That $100 bill in your wallet feels the same as it did last year, but it's not. It's weaker. It buys less coffee, less gas, less of your weekly groceries. This isn't a feeling, it's a reality called inflation, the silent erosion of your money's power, year after year. So, what's causing this financial shrinkage? It often starts with two classic economic forces. First, there's what's known as demand pull inflation. Think back to the pandemic when government stimulus hit bank accounts. Suddenly, millions of people had more cash to spend, but the number of cars, couches, and computers to buy hadn't changed. More money chasing the same amount of goods forces prices up. The second is cost push inflation. This happens when the price of making and moving things increases. A disruption in a global supply chain, a spike in the price of raw materials, these costs don't just disappear. Businesses pass them along to you at the checkout counter to protect their own profits. Central banks like the Federal Reserve try to manage this by adjusting interest rates, essentially topping the brakes on the economy to cool things down. But the story doesn't end there. Newer, more unpredictable forces are stirring the pot. We're now living in an era of what some call climateflation. A severe drought in a major agricultural region can decimate crop yields. Fewer crops mean higher food prices globally. Extreme weather events can damage ports and railways, snarling supply chains, and making everything more expensive to transport. Geopolitical events play a huge role too. A conflict thousands of miles away can disrupt oil supplies, and you see the result immediately at the gas pump. A trade dispute can lead to tariffs, making imported goods more expensive. Our interconnected world means a crisis anywhere can become a cost everywhere. Ultimately, this all comes down to human behavior. Inflation is partly a psychological game. If we all collectively expect prices to rise, we change our auctions. We demand higher wages to keep up. Businesses raise their prices in anticipation of higher costs. This creates a self-fulfilling prophecy, where the expectation of inflation actually helps create it. And this process isn't fair. Inflation hits lower-income households the hardest. They spend a much larger chunk of their money on essentials like food, energy, and housing, the very things whose prices often rise the fastest. While their savings in a bank account lose value, wealthier individuals often own assets like real estate or stocks, which can actually increase in value during inflationary periods, widening the gap between the rich and poor. So the shrinking value of your dollar isn't caused by one single villain. It's a complex story written by economic policy, global supply chains, climate events, and our own collective psychology. It's a constant, powerful force, a silent tax on savings, and a challenge to financial stability. Understanding this complex web of causes is the first real step toward navigating a world where the value of money is never truly standing still.